Hello and welcome to Month in Review. This is May 2016. We're almost halfway through the year. Pretty soon, we're gonna be talking about year in review. That fucking excursion that I don't want to talk about, but there's a lot of work that goes into year in review. You guys wouldn't believe the clusterfuck that goes behind that. But let's get to the month in review. Wilfred, you know how this goes.
Yes, I know the protocol. Bring forth the human sacrifice.
What human sacrifice?
You know how it works here on Month in Review. We kill a virgin and drink their blood.
That's not what we do here on Month in Review, Wilfred. We spin the wheel.
Oh, wrong show. Okay, I was thinking of the of something else that I was doing.
With whom?
Does it matter?
Whatever, just spin the wheel, you psycho.
Yes, sir, I will spin this wheel. I'm going to spin it hard.
First up for the month is plot. I believe that there were two plots over the past 30 days that warranted discussion. The first of which is titled Hidden Cliffs, Oriental Village by Kuatoichi. Now, upon first glance, you might not notice that this is a plot, mainly because he never shows it from the outside of the plot. But this is a sort of ravine that has a little village built inside of it. It's really fantastically decorated. You got lots of foliage and vines hanging from the sides, lots of different materials used. The architecture is really good. It's really an immersive environment, and there's even some interior work. So yeah, I've never seen anything quite like this, especially not in the form of a plot. But I guess there's a group of people living inside a cliff, or inside a ravine, I should say.
They're cannibals.
You don't know that!
I'm a detective.
False.
True.
You're not a detective.
I'm a doctor, too.
I don't know what's more ludicrous, you being a detective or you being a doctor.
I am Wilfred J. Pemberley, Chief Medical Director at the Hospital of DuPage in London.
So if I were to Google the Hospital of DuPage in London, I'm going to find you listed in the staff directory?
Undoubtedly.
Because it looks like there isn't even a Hospital of DuPage at all.
Typical liberal media.
You're full of shit, Dr. Pemberley.
How dare you!
The next plot that I would like to talk about is a plot titled Steambody, animated plot by Joe Brixey. This is a really innovative plot. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. This is a plot that was built to be used as an animation. I don't know exactly how he made this animation. I'm not familiar with how one does this, but as you can see, this is a full-fledged animation.
Yes, this is a robotic serial killer.
And how, dare I ask, have you arrived at that conclusion?
Look, see, he's skinned his victims and he's wearing one of their faces as a mask.
So, like Hannibal Lecter.
Robo-Lector 2000.
Next up, minigame of the month. The best minigame this month was a modded minigame titled Slither, and I don't know why there's an IO at the end of that. Slither.io. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And it's by TH Command Blocker. And this is a really interesting minigame. It's kind of like, you know that game Snake, where you're a snake and you're trying to eat pellets, and each time you eat a pellet you grow and you try not to not bump into yourself because then you die. This is kind of like a multiplayer version of that, where it's like Tron, basically. Yeah, it's Tron, except instead of motorcycles, you've got snakes.
Snakes are cannibals, I'll have you know.
What is it with you and cannibals?
Cannibals are an essential part of a balanced breakfast.
What the fuck?
I am a doctor.
And oh, what a joy, the coaster category, because we love the coaster category here on Month in Review. I didn't even choose this goddamn category, it was you guys. But anyway, the best coaster of the month was titled Epic and Rare Improved Roller Coaster by Pumpkin 93421. Those last 5 numbers, very important, because otherwise he would just be a pumpkin. Now he has some identifiable flair. That's what he brings to the table. 93421. Whatever. This is a coaster designed to simulate what it would be like to be on some crazy drugs.
What kind of drugs?
I don't know. I don't even pretend to know.
I need to find out so that I can write myself a prescription.
Wow. So you just admitted to prescription drug abuse live in front of, like, 300 people.
Well, it's not like this is going on the internet.
Of course it's going on the internet!
What? You never told me this was being filmed?
Why did you think we were doing this?
For the children.
What children?
The ones that died on my operating table.
I don't even know what.
I was on drugs. I didn't know what I was doing. Also, I don't have opposable thumbs, so the knife kept falling out of my hands. I got like 6 arteries in the first 30 seconds.
So I take it you lost your medical license after that?
Don't be ridiculous. They're just children. It's not like they have a future.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm very high right now.
And now let's move on to our first mega category of the month, organic work. There are 4 pieces of organic work I want to talk about, the first of which was titled Agony by Toby TYY. And this is a disturbing mass of bones and rotting flesh, with some spider legs and some spores growing all over it. Clearly, Toby TYY is a serial killer.
Without a doubt.
Somebody needs to check this dude's crawl space, because I'm pretty sure there's like 30 dead bodies down there.
I demand that you confess to murder in the first degree, this instant!
You know, Toby, you're not supposed to just blatantly give away the fact that you kill people. Because this project is pretty much the equivalent to writing a serial killer manifesto. That's what it is. This is, hey, I like to fucking kill people. I like to mutilate dead bodies.
You sick sack of bollocks!
Yeah. So, yeah, keep doing what you're doing, Toby, but try not to get caught, especially if you live in a state with the death penalty. The next piece of organic work I want to talk about is titled The Simpsons House by Bigger or Big Rat. I don't know. It's either French or it's a stupid name. I don't. Big Rat. This is like a reproduction of the house from The Simpsons. It is a massive environment, 3D environment. I like stuff like this. But the thing about this one is it actually looks like a cartoon because of the black outline he did, which is really interesting. I don't think anybody's ever done anything quite like this on or in Minecraft before. Really interesting. Somebody did something similar this month as well. There was another build titled Kitchen by Raven Baxter, and it is pretty much the same concept, except it's a lot more realistic and a lot more original. I really like this one, actually. In fact, I'd go so far as to say this was my favorite piece of organic work of the month. And it's a kitchen. There's lots of details. There's lots of... It looks really refined and really realistic. That's what I love about it.
This kitchen sucks!
What? Why?
It doesn't even have a cast iron sauce pot!
Why would you...
Tell me, Raven Baxter, how in the Duke of Cambridge's ballsack am I supposed to make my balsamic reduction? How?
I didn't know you were into cooking.
Of course I am! How else do you think I dispose of the bodies?
Oh, God.
Nom 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 nom.
Christ, you're a sick fuck. Anyway, ignoring that last bit of information that we really didn't need to hear. Last piece of organic work I want to talk about this month was titled Shadow Art by Leo Conte. And Leo Conte is really, really innovative when it comes to organic work. He comes up with the weirdest shit that I've never seen anybody do before. And this month, he came up with the idea of making some shadow art by making some 3D hands and then just casting a shadow on a piece of paper, or on a wall, I should say. Nobody does anything like this. This guy is full of creativity, and he does it every single week. He does something new that you never see coming. I think last month he did like an animation with 3D models of a deer in Minecraft. So keep up the good work, Leo Conte. Now moving on to land structure of the month. There's only one land structure that we need to talk about this month, and it was titled Monwood Mansion by Animan2. I love this build. This is so cool. This isn't just a house. This is a house with like a chunk of the earth beneath it, kind of carved out. And you see there's dinosaur bones, and there's some really neat elements in there. This is a fantastic idea. I never seen anybody do stuff like this with Minecraft.
Clearly the man who lives here is a serial killer.
What?
Look, see, he has bodies buried underneath his home.
Those are dinosaur bones.
Yes, I know. That's evidence. You can't argue with that.
But the dinosaurs have been extinct for like 60 million years.
And what do you think caused that?
A meteor? What else?
No! It was Animan! He killed them all and buried them underneath his house.
So then that would make Animan 60 million years old?
Precisely! He's a primeval deity who predates time itself!
Wow, genius! So immortal demigods spend their free time building in Minecraft.
It's very popular.
You're an idiot. Moving on to the decor category, there was one piece of decor this month that really transcended the category and became something really realistic. One of the most realistic pieces of decor. It's actually a large-scale piece of decor as well. It's titled Auditorium Theater, not Theater. Theater Interior by Dark Eclipse 016. And this is an auditorium, but the interior, let me tell you, this is some really high-class interior work right here. It's really more piece of minimalist interior decor. It's not that, stuffed with detail, but sometimes that works, and especially when you're doing like a museum or like a shopping mall or something like that. And this kind of goes along the same lines. In fact, some of this interior work kind of reminds me of a museum, to be totally honest. It's got all the essentials. It's got gift shops. It's got restaurants and the like, bar areas. The staircases are fantastic. And then, of course, you have the auditorium itself, which is stunning when you look at it. Again, he really didn't, go all out with the detail here. He kind of kept it simple, and I think that really adds to the identity of this build. You wouldn't want something like what Velocity does on this scale. This would just be like sensory overload. So credit to you, Dark Eclipse, for having the courage to do that. I thought this was fantastic. Good job, sir. Next up, Terraforming of the Month, and there were a lot of maps actually in the Terraforming category that I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is I saw something kind of interesting this month. Let's just put this up on the screen. This is EverbloomStudios App by Killerak. So this is his application to EverbloomStudios. I'm assuming he got accepted because this is fantastic. This was made like the 4th of May. It was really early in the month. Killerak. I almost called him Killer Map. This is a killer map, but that's not his name. Puns, damn it. This is like a rainbow terrain. You never see anything like this, right? This is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You don't usually see terrains quite like this, right? You would think so, but you'd be wrong. Because later in the month, I saw Rainbow Mountains by Guild's MC. Yes, this is basically the same thing, except, well, it's a different, terrain style, but it's a rainbow mountain range. So that's 2 instances of rainbow mountains, okay? And then, like a day later, we have Solak Vissinolav by Barbarian. So what, did everybody just decide to do rainbow mountain ranges this month? Is this just become a trend? What is this?
Or did they plagiarize Killerak? You plagiarist sons of bitches, you will pay with blood, and steel and brawn.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's plagiarism, but it might be plagiarism. I don't know. But it's really weird. I don't know why everybody decided to do Rainbow Mountain Ranges this month. Strange. Speaking of Barbarian, Barbarian also did terrain titled Alieberbrin. Alieberbrin. This is like an alien landscape. This is fantastic terraforming. It is... I mean, look at some of these renders. This is amazing. I like how it all kind of becomes luminescent when you look at it at night. Really, you got all this weird alien plant life and stuff. This is unlike any terrain I've ever seen. Any terrain I've even seen Barbarian make. I mean, this is even outside of his box, and he usually makes weird terrains. So that was pretty impressive to see that. And the final terrain that I want to talk about is titled Yhimerals, The Legend of Nock by Zubr. And Zubr, as you know, is a master terraformer of the ages. This is fantastic terraforming. This is fantastic. I mean, this is like one of the most realistic mountain ranges I think I've seen all year. This is something just unbelievable. And you look at this overview, this kind of plot-ish overview. Look at this with the volcano in the west, and you got the, my God, this is fantastic terraforming. I go so far as to say this is my favorite terraforming of the month, right here. Alieberbrin would be a close second. So good job, Zubr, and also Barbarian. Moving on to Hub of the Month. This month is the first month in this new format of what used to be Week in Review, where actually the Hub was my favorite build of the month. This was my favorite build of any build that was uploaded this month, and it was titled The Crypt of the Death by Mr. Batu. Yes, this is, wow. This is a fantastic build. It's like a crypt built in this cavern with these crystals hanging from the ceiling. You got these like hanging torches. The architecture is just astounding, and look at the renders. Yes, these are renders. This is a Spec render, I think, right here. That's fantastic. This is just like, in terms of just like overwhelming you with a picture. This does that about as well as you could possibly imagine. And I'd like to point out, this is Crypt of the Death, not Crypt of Death.
There's a significant difference, you know.
Yes, that's right. Crypt of Death would be, well, just another crypt, whereas Crypt of the Death is a specific reference to the place where Typhoid Mary was buried.
Why?
Because she's the bringer of death.
Oh, I thought it was because she was ginger.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
You know, gingers, the Red Death.
Gingers are hardly a... Wait, how do you even know she's ginger?
Science.
But they only have black and white photos of her!
I used my insane detective abilities.
Taking a wild, unsubstantiated guess is not detective abilities.
I have powers.
No, you don't!
I see past, present, and future simultaneously.
You're not Dr. Manhattan.
But I could be. Right now, I don't feel like it.
Moving on to air structure of the month. There was one air structure this month that kind of stood out amongst the rest of the herd, and it was a space vehicle titled Heimdall class Corvette by One-Sided Battle. This is a fantastic, really unique and creative spaceship here.
Yes, it's like something out of the movie Gravity.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
You know, that film where Sandra Bullock cried and babbled while floating around in her underpants in zero gravity?
Yes, I recall.
And then the Academy had the sheer audacity to give her an Oscar nomination?
You still haven't gotten over that?
I am willing to accept an Oscar given to Lupita Nyong'o for a role in which she uttered 3 lines of dialogue. I am also willing to come to terms with the fact that Leonardo DiCaprio did not get a much-deserved nomination for Django Unchained. But what I am not willing to accept is that some dopey twat got nominated for doing the same thing Kate Upton did in a Sports Illustrated photo shoot. That's not acting! That's just risque jiggling!
You know, she didn't end up winning, if that's any consolation to you.
Yes, but she stole the spotlight from J-Law.
Jennifer Lawrence wasn't even nominated that year!
I remember that year differently.
No, you remember that year incorrectly.
Witchcraft!
Yelling witchcraft doesn't change facts. When you're discussing things that actually happened, facts are all that matters.
Your facts have a racial bias against me.
No, Wilfred, you're biased against the facts. mega build of the month. This month we're going to change it up a bit. We usually talk about a lot of mega builds. There's only really one mega build that I think is worth talking about this month, and it was titled Lumbermill by DragonAss98. DragonAss98 usually builds small scale land structures like houses, modern houses that are really have a neat asymmetrical layout. He's really good at doing stuff like that. But this is his first large scale build that I've seen him do. This is really fantastic, especially for, you don't see mega builds like this. You see mega builds that are designed to wow you. You never see, intricate details like this in a build of this size. And this is you know what, this actually looks like something out of Grand Theft Auto, to be honest. Like, it reminded me of that place in the northern part of the map in Grand Theft Auto 5. There's actually a place that's kind of like this. I don't know if DragonAss based this off of that or not, but it did remind me of that a little bit. This is fantastic. You got interior work in this thing that would blow your mind. It all makes sense. It all has that classic Lumbermill identity, whatever that is. I've never actually seen the interior of a lumbermill, but I could tell that this is what it would really look like, even though I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just talking shit at this point. But
This is where Dexter ends up at the end of...
Don't ever mention that foul incident.
Okay, fine.
Ever!
I want to talk about it.
I will never talk about that bullshit.
It was a very emotional finale.
Emotional is not the word I'd use.
What word would you use?
Clusterfuck! That is the end of this conversation. Now for water structure this month, there were two water structures that I want to talk about. They were both made by the same person, Noribotn, who this month made, firstly, a water structure titled I-2700 class attack submarine. Interesting name, but this is a submarine. You know what I love about this? This is a really, really impeccably detailed submarine. You don't see submarines this large very often. Tillwell does submarines a lot, but he does them on a smaller scale. And this one, I mean, you look at the exterior, this thing has tons of little details that all kind of work. I guess this is a nuclear submarine, because you can see like the missile flaps kind of open on the side there. So there are two separate versions of this. One where all the tech kind of retracts or, comes out of the ship. Really interesting details. This is probably my favorite submarine I've ever seen anybody made in Minecraft, to be totally honest. I think this is absolutely brilliant. The other thing that Noribotn did was something titled Improve Zubr Class HoverLandingCraft. I don't know what the fuck this is. I've never seen a water structure like this before. That's the main reason why I'm featuring it. This is like the most unique water structure I've ever seen. I guess this is like kind of a hovercraft that could go from land to sea. I don't know. It's got these huge fans in the back. It's kind of like one of those things you see people like driving around in swamps, except it's super large scale and it's kind of like a military thing. I don't know what it is. I think I see a Japanese flag hanging from it. I was unaware the Japanese had anything like this. You don't hear about this. That I don't think they used this in World War II. Maybe they did. I have no idea, but I've never seen anything like this. This is really intriguing build. Good job, Noribotn. And next up is the gadget category. It's a penultimate category this month. The best gadget of this month, and this was a very, very easy choice, was Smart Moving by the Red Engineer. And this is absolutely amazing. This is a mod that allows you to climb, hang, and crawl. Okay, I've never seen anything like that. I don't know how someone does this. I don't get it. I don't know how someone modifies Minecraft to this extent, but also makes it so, I mean, this is so useful. I wish that Mojang would actually do this. It would make Minecraft so cool, wouldn't it? I mean, this man needs to be hired by Mojang, or Microsoft, or whatever.
You hear that, Red Engineer? Your services are needed.
You could easily make, like, 6 figures annually.
I want a finder's fee, though.
You don't get a finder's fee, Wilfred. Fuck me.
Well, I should. I mean, where would the Red Engineer be without me?
Probably in the exact same fucking place he's in right now, considering he doesn't even know who the fuck you are.
I am his mentor.
No, you're not.
I am his long-lost son.
What the fuck?
Daddy, I found you. Please give me a stipend.
Don't listen to him, dude.
Give me monies.
Which brings us to the final category, and you guys all know it, it's the mapping category, and this month I'm going to talk about 2 maps, 2 separate maps. We usually talk about one, but you know what, I only talked about 1 mega build, so I figure I'll talk about 2 maps. The first map I want to talk about is titled The Natus Cave by EverbloomStudios, and I don't know what the fuck this is. I have no idea what this is. Wilfred, do you know what this is?
No idea. This is some weird shit. This is a mess. This is a clusterfuck.
Yeah, clusterfuck is a word I would use. I don't know if the goal here was to make a map so unrecognizable that nobody would know what the fuck it is. I mean, it's just like abstract to the max. I have no idea what this is. This is like a cave, and somebody just went crazy with spray paint. They just graffitied the shit out of it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, look at the pictures. Can somebody please tell me what this is? I think that there's some lore, but I didn't bother reading it because I'm lazy.
Maybe we should read the lore.
Yeah, maybe we should. You could read the lore. Just go to PMC and look at the lore. This just astounds me. This is just so bizarre, and it's just sensory overload. You know, and usually that'd be a bad thing, but EverbloomStudios found a way to actually make it work. I don't know how one does that, but you know. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting, EverbloomStudios. The other map that I want to talk about is titled Halosere by Cake Icing. And this is, of course, an underwater city. And these are always going to be featured because what's cooler than an underwater city? This is an impeccable take on one. It's got great terraforming. You got kind of like some Gaber Sid-esque terraforming here. You got tons of seaweed and shit. And then you got these weird, what are these things? You got these weird things with like lights kind of scanning the ocean floor. I don't know if those are machines or if they're like submarines or something. This looks fantastic and like the kind of futuristic architectural style. You don't normally see architecture like this. I don't know if this is something built in the future or this is some like abandoned city of Atlantis. I have no idea. And you've got kind of stuff like sitting on top of the water. It's kind of almost like cloud cover. It's really, really intriguing. I've never seen an underwater city quite like that. I haven't seen an underwater city this good since Deep Sea by Blockworks back in 2015. But this one is top notch. Good job, Cake Icing. Well done. That is it. That is it for Month in Review. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you were intrigued by the Minecraft goodies this month. I will see you guys again next month for the month of June. So do stay tuned. Stay tuned for the list of medalists as well. We got quite an impressive list this month. So do sit back, relax, and enjoy. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
5, 4, 3. Fuck it. There's no words on it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Because I've never seen that. Fucking thing sucks. There's no words there. Fuck it. There's no words on it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Because I've never seen that. Fucking thing sucks. There's no words.